What's up, YouTube? It's your girl April coming in with another video. And today I wanted to come in and just talk with you all for a little bit. I know I haven't really made a video in a while. I've been taking time for myself, taking time to process everything, process my story, process my emotions and things like that. I wanted to come in and just talk a little bit about definitely continuing the story of my baby daddy is married. I feel like, this topic needs to be talked about because I know that it's a lot of people that experience things like this. It was never my intentions to deal with a married man and to have a baby by a married man. But, sometimes life situations happen and you just never really know how your story is going to end up. Say hi to the people. That's Samaj, y'all. As you can see, he's 1 year old now and he's getting big, so this story has been going on for a while. And I feel like when you talk about things, you find a way to heal through the process. A lot of people may not be happy about me sharing my story, but it's fine. I'm sharing my story to help myself to grow and be a better person, and also to be able to help somebody else. However, I made a video pertaining to this, and like I said, y'all, when this situation, all of it just kind of blew up, I was in a very, very dark place. I was in a very emotional, messed up state of mind. It was just not good. But I want to talk a little bit about when we moved in the house together. I was always a single mom. I've always lived together with me and my 2 kids. I never had different men in and out my house. I just kind of was raising them alone. And I haven't had the best upbringing myself, but a lot of things I've learned throughout the years, and I'm not perfect, but raising my 2 daughters, I tried to raise them with respect. I tried to raise them with manners and just always creating a clean environment, clean household for them, always making sure they had what they needed to sustain and to live a decent life, So moving in a house together with this man and his daughter, this little girl had major behavior problems. And this is really not to bash anyone, but it is what it is. Everybody raised their kids different. And from when we first moved in the house together, like I stated on one of my last videos, that's when you can start to see everything, everything starting to really unfold. And we went from having a peaceful house, as me and my daughters know, to a house of chaos, a house of drama every day. It was drama every day. First of all, she was getting calls home from school every day. I would have to go to the school, pick her up early. Not to mention, first of all, let me go back because I'm just speaking on my experience coming into this situation, allowing myself to put up with this situation. The middle school that she was going to, okay, when I told y'all we came up here summer of 2019. Okay, the summer, then August come, which is when school starts, right? So that year, my oldest daughter was going to the 7th grade. And that's the school that the little girl was actually going to. No, Samaj. Y'all might see the camera moving because I got a little 1-year-old right here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hey. Say what's up. Can I sit you down here? You want some more chips? He eating his little snacks. Here, eat your snacks. Okay. So the middle school was the school that the little girl was previously going to. Listen, on the first day of school. Yeah, you want to talk to? On the first day of school, when I went to take my daughter into school, the staff of the school came to the door and immediately stopped the little girl and her dad from coming into school. Like, no, she's not going here this year. We've transferred her out. As far as her being able to go to class and sit down in the school for the first day, they wasn't having it. Basically, they expelled her from the school because of the previous year. The previous year, she had basically tore up the school. I'm talking about kicking, spitting, cursing out teachers every day. The behavior that she had been going to school displaying got her expelled out of school. And I'm talking about this because I think it matters. You know, people try to make you look bad, but I'm going to just keep going because I don't want to mix up things. I'm just speaking on my children versus this little girl. And like I say, this video is not to bash anyone. This is just to talk about my story, and this is talk about my experience and my children's experience as well. So when we get to the school, like I say, the people wasn't having it. She couldn't come there no more. They had transferred her out to another school. Period. Wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She wasn't going there because of what she had been doing the previous year. I ain't gonna never say my kids ain't never got a call home, or my kids ain't never, like I say, got a call home from school. But as far as them going to school, cutting the rug, and just tearing up the school, that wasn't gonna happen. Every day she was getting calls home, still getting calls home, still getting calls home. She did this, she did this, she did this, she did this. And when she would get home, she would do this and do that and do this and do that. Every day that we all woke up to a new day, it was drama in our household. If she wasn't doing this, she was doing that. She did this. Mama, she did that. Mama, she did this. Mama, she did that. It was every day. Hold on 1 minute. Samaj, what are you doing? Listen, you got to get, that's why I don't like you in my office. Because you be in here tearing up all of my stuff. You got to sit down. Here you go. Sit down, sir. So, every day it was a problem. And I wasn't used to that. My children wasn't used to that. It was challenging. So, when I started to see that this little girl had major behavior problems, I was like, oh no. I am not finna deal with this. I'm not finna put up with this. When we first moved in here, I was trying to be open-minded, because we were under the impression that God put us together. God sent him to come get me. This was God's will. So when we got on in here, I wasn't really comfortable because I was always thinking to myself, I do not want to deal with a married man. I was never comfortable with it. But I continued dealing with it. You get what I'm saying? So I had my stuff packed in the corner. Right over here in this corner right here. Because I did not want to deal with his daughter, with her behavior issues. And I did not want to deal with him being a married man. Like I told y'all in my last video, I had my Section 8 voucher. We moved in this place June. Now, July is when I can transfer my voucher. So, what you doing? Oh. So, and also when we moved in here, I found out that I was pregnant. Yes, I was pregnant again. I mean, before my son right here. And I know I talked about that regularly. I can't believe I even had sex in that house. I'm talking about how ugly the house was. Lord Jesus, I'm talking about not brushing my teeth in there and not cooking in the kitchen. Lord, I ain't had no business humping up in there either. Y'all, I'ma just keep it real. When I speak, that's all I know how to do. It's so crazy how life will just take you on different journeys that you just don't even understand. Anyways, so when we got in here, I didn't get too comfortable. Which one end sounded like I was very comfortable, and the next end I was sounding very uncomfortable. But I was always on the edge about it. I'm like, man, I cannot do this. No, you married, your daughter. It was just a lot, Sometimes we'll be gone out, and we try to leave her here with my daughters. And honey, that was just a disaster because she wasn't used to that. My daughter's always used to, pretty much chilling out, being in the house, knowing how to maintain and manage till I come back. So we will leave her here. She had violated my daughter in the sense of, my daughter, mama, she did this, mama, she did that, mama, she, touched me inappropriately, and, so we had to deal with that. But like I say, it was just a lot of drama every single day. And it just was very frustrating to me because I'm still trying to focus on myself, my life, where I'm going, trying to get my life on track. I really wasn't trying to give up my independence to solely depend on him. It's just crazy that we really believe and really said that this was God's plan. Like, it's so crazy how we could tell ourselves these stories and stuff. So, anyways, I found out that I was pregnant. And Lord Jesus, I like to blow my cap off the top of my head. That, when I found out I was pregnant, and Lord, I might have went crazy. On top of the fact that I was dealing with a special needs child every day. On top of the fact that I was dealing with my own daughters. I was dealing with my own personal things, like I said, as far as me not, I'm living in a house with a man now. I'm not living in my own place like I've always used to be. All of that was raising my anxiety. It caused a lot of stress in my life. And when I found out I was pregnant, I really went crazy. Like, I was crying every day. I was just going through because I did not want to have a baby by a married man. I did not mean for all of this to happen. Like, I just wanted to get myself out of this situation. I didn't want to deal with his daughter. I didn't want to deal with the situation, period. You transfer my voucher back up here to Georgia. I'm just going to get my place. I'm just going to get back to me and my daughters. That's all I kept saying. I just want to get it back to me and my daughters because this right here is a little bit too much. I did not want to have that baby so bad. I ended up having a miscarriage. I was extremely stressed. After the miscarriage, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, yes. I was grateful that I didn't have that baby. I didn't want to have a baby by a married man. I was so glad that I had a miscarriage. It wasn't right. I wasn't happy about that. So, and when I think about it, was a lot for me that I even put up with it. Like, that I even put myself in a situation to go through all of this. After that, I was like, yes, I am free. I'm finna go. I'm finna move out. I am finna get away from this situation because I am not dealing with this. And even in the process of all of that, y'all, he did not want me to move out. He was like, I'm going to get a divorce. Don't leave. We're a team. We need to get this to try. We need each other. I don't want you to move out. I fell for it. Sometimes I feel so discouraged even about telling the story, y'all. Because it's just crazy. So he was like, no, don't move out. He was like, he gonna talk to his daughter, try to work together to try to help her to do better. And my heart was pulling on my heartstrings of, maybe I should give it a shot. Maybe I shouldn't give up on her. Maybe she can't, maybe I can't help her, even though I was taking hits after hits after hits every day with her behavior. She was sticking middle fingers at me. She was sucking her teeth at me. She was talking back to me. She was doing everything that she had been doing over the course of the years in her life to everybody that she could do it to. And I wasn't with it. I just couldn't deal with it because I'm like, my kids don't play with me like this, I don't deal with disrespectful kids. It was a challenge, and I dealt with it, y'all. I believed him. I did not move out. I believed that this was God's will. And I know it might sound so crazy. The more I tell this story, the most stupid I feel. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel so stupid for even getting myself involved in this situation. For believing him. For staying together with him for 2 years of my life. It was challenging. I would tell my kids, y'all, we gotta help her, y'all. Just try to work with her. Just try to teach her like she don't know no better. Me trying to get them to understand. Me trying to get them to be the bigger person. Me trying to get them to brush it off. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And they wasn't used to that. They wasn't used to nobody calling them bees. They wasn't used to nobody, doing certain things to them, hitting them, wanting to fight them. They wasn't used to that. Yeah. Huh? It was challenging. It was that type of living situation every day. I wanted to make this video to kind of elaborate on the challenges that me and my children face upon us merging together as a blended family. It pulled a lot out of me. It was tough on me because I wanted to help her. I knew that I could help her, and I did help her. But it drained me a lot. And, from hearsay, the little girl was being neglected. She was being neglected by this lady, which is his wife. She wasn't being properly cared for. The household was not clean. I will hear stories that the household was very dirty. And I got the little girl, I pretty much had to organize her life. Help her, got her own room and, help her get her clothes sorted out. Taught her how to fold her clothes, put her clothes up, taught her how to make her bed. She was 14 years old, going to school, cursing out teachers and stuff every day, but she could not write her first name. She didn't know how to spell not one word. My motto is, hey, if you can go to school cursing out teachers and being disrespectful, then you can definitely learn something that is good. So I pretty much implemented structure in her life, discipline in her life, a clean environment in her life, and really gave her a breath of fresh air where she can pretty much get her mind right. But it took a while. I would get people that be at the school, You know, because the schools conversated. Remember I said that she got expelled from that school and went to another school. But the school still was in communication about her behavior. When I would still go to the school that my daughter was going to, I mean, teachers would be like, Miss, I don't know who you is, but you really helped her. We hear she's doing a lot better. She's looking a lot better. She's, you know, she's really doing good. We just thank you so much for just helping her and being in her life. And people would really give me compliments about the effect that I had on her life. And honey, when she still continued to try to act up at her new school, I had a strategy. I say, listen, when she act up, call me, okay? They would call me and they were like, Miss April, she's acting up today and we just don't know what else to do. And I'll be like, okay, you want to speak to her? Oh, no, I don't want to speak to her. Honey, I told her, listen, them folks call me, you getting picked up. End of discussion. You ain't getting no second chances, because she was good at saying, you will give me another chance. Please don't tell my daddy. Please don't tell Miss April. Please don't tell her another chance. So they, you know, they wanted to know if I want to talk to her. And she will, and I tell her, nah, I ain't talking to her. So I'll go out there to the school, get them. Honey, she be looking sad. I'll tell her, listen, them folks ain't at that school to babysit you. You ain't no baby. You a teenager. You go to that school cursing out these teachers. These teachers gotta teach you. Your teachers are smart. These teachers is trying to teach you something. And I used to give a lecture. And when I say this, you know, it took a lot out of me. Taking extra time with her, pouring into her, trying to redirect all of that negative stuff that she had been dealing with in her life. It was overwhelming. It's just a lot. I just kind of wanted to elaborate on the challenges that I faced dealing with a special needs at-risk child that had behavior problems. Sometimes you just really don't know why we go through different situations in our life. Now I have a baby by a married man. And this is the story behind it. I felt sympathy for him and his daughter. I wasn't trying to be mischievous, like I say, and trying to take somebody man and trying to take somebody husband. And, you know, I felt like God sent him to me. Who sent him to me? God or the devil? Okay? He came to me. He came after me. I didn't come after him. I didn't go looking for him. I didn't call him. He called me. You know what I'm saying? And I try to wrap my mind around the whole situation because I didn't want this to be my story. I beat myself up every day for just allowing myself to get involved in this situation. Everything happens for a reason. This is not for anyone to feel sorry for me. This is my story though. And I'm going to talk about it until I feel like I don't want to talk about it no more. I think that it's so much in this story. You know, I know that I need to heal in a lot of areas. But I also know that a lot of people looked at my life and they saw how God turned my life around. This part makes me get a little emotional. And I feel like a lot of people was inspired by my story, my life, where God had brought me from to where people probably even see me at now. And for me to consider myself as a woman of God. I was really trying to live right and walk right before the Lord. And I still am. I still am. But for me to find myself involved with a married man, I felt like that was really gonna affect a lot of people. Like, dang, like, ain't you saved? Ain't you a woman of God? I felt the judgment, too much, please. And I felt like, dang, how can I let people down? I might not have a big name and a lot of people might don't know me or whatever, but I believe and know that there's a lot of people look up to me. There's a lot of people that is inspired by me. And people really know my story. Like that was gonna make them look at me different. I feel like I am a leader. I wasn't trying to live a perfect life, but I was trying to live a life that is pleasing in God's sight. Get up, And I just didn't want that to be my story, that I'll have a baby by a married man. Like that it still hurts me so bad. I wanted to be a positive influence in people's life. I just wanted to, want to share this because, like I say, we all go through things in life. And I just been struggling with getting back to encouraging people, inspiring people, and just really put a damper in my spirit. Like, this thing broke me so bad. And I fight every day trying to believe that God can still use me, still use my story. I can't wrap my head around this and why I even help this dude. Why I even care? People say I'm mean, but I feel like sometimes I'm too nice. Sometimes I just regret all of it. Ever meeting these people. Ever coming in contact with these people. But again, my name is April. Thank you all for coming to my YouTube channel. Like this video, comment and subscribe. I have a lot to share. I'm trying to not just spill it all out, you know what I'm saying? I thank God that, all things work together for the good of them that love God, who are called according to his purpose and plan. Y'all take care, be blessed, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.